I'm going to be completely transparent with you today. I've been meticulously charting the astrological movements for April, and let me tell you, today is poised to be absolutely monumental. I genuinely believe that most people aren't fully grasping the profound shifts that are actually in motion. So, let's unpack what's happening. Today, April 10th, marks a last quarter moon in Capricorn. Now, on the surface, that might not immediately strike you as a super dramatic event, but I urge you to stay with me here, because this is far more than just another lunar phase. This is what I'm calling a cosmic settlement day. The universe is quite literally balancing its energetic books right now, and today is the moment when those karmic payouts occur. If you've been feeling like you've poured an immense amount of effort into things for a very long time without seeing the tangible results you deserve, there's a deeply specific reason the universe has been holding back. And I promise to explain exactly why later in this video. But first, there's something critical I need you to understand. If you've been sensing a really peculiar, almost restless energy steadily building over the past few days, that unmistakable feeling that something significant is on the brink of breaking open, you are absolutely not imagining it. That palpable pressure you're experiencing? I've been feeling it too, and it's about to release in an incredibly massive way today. A profound energetic shift occurred this morning, and you likely sensed it. Here's the key insight most people don't yet realize. The powerful energy of today's Capricorn Moon didn't simply manifest out of nowhere. It's been steadily intensifying. But today, a truly major celestial event took place that's acting as the definitive catalyst for everything that's about to unfold. Just a few hours ago, in fact, Mars entered Aries. And if you have any familiarity with astrology, you know that this is a colossal deal. Mars, you see, is the planet of pure action, raw drive, assertiveness, and unstoppable forward momentum. And Aries? Aries is Mars's very own home sign. When a planet returns to its home sign, it operates at its absolute peak power. No filters, no restrictions, just pure, undiluted, concentrated energy. For the past 6 weeks, Mars has been navigating the watery depths of Pisces, and honestly, that transit was utterly exhausting for many of us. Pisces is all about emotion, dreams, surrender, and letting go. Mars in Pisces often feels like trying to sprint through a swimming pool. You're expending immense effort, yet you're simply not getting anywhere fast. Does that resonate with your recent experience? But the very instant Mars crossed into Aries today, everything profoundly changed. It's as if someone abruptly flipped a switch. That sluggish, foggy, hesitant feeling, it's gone. Suddenly, there's this exhilarating surge of energy, an intense, undeniable desire to take decisive action, to powerfully move forward, and to stop waiting for permission. If you felt that palpable shift today, that sudden burst of clarity or undeniable motivation, know that it is Mars in Aries doing precisely what it does best. And here's precisely why this matters so profoundly for today. This newly empowered, supercharged Mars is now forming a challenging square aspect to the Capricorn Moon. And when I say square, I mean it's creating a dynamic tension, an intense, unavoidable friction. Mars in Aries, as we've established, is all about impulsive action and raw, unbridled momentum. The Moon in Capricorn, by contrast, is entirely focused on structure, discipline, and meticulous long-term planning. These two powerful energies are fundamentally different, and when they powerfully clash today, something absolutely has to give. And what will give? I firmly believe it's the old structures, the outdated patterns, the very things that have been systematically holding you back. The universe is deploying this potent Mars energy, like a cosmic battering ram, ready to smash through the barriers that have kept you feeling stuck and stagnant. Honestly, this was a profound realization for me when I began studying this specific transit. The universe has been conducting a meticulous audit of your life. Let me explain exactly what that means. What's actually unfolding here is quite precise. Today's last quarter. Moon is positioned in Capricorn, and Capricorn is traditionally ruled by Saturn, the planet inextricably linked to karma, time, and inevitable consequences. So, when I speak of the universe settling scores, I don't mean it's seeking revenge or being petty in any way. I mean it's meticulously balancing the ledger. It's taking a precise look at what you've genuinely put in versus what you've received back, and it's actively correcting any existing imbalances. So, here's my assessment of what has likely been transpiring. For months, perhaps even years, you've been consistently working, diligently putting in the effort, showing up day after day. Maybe you've been tirelessly grinding away at a job that simply doesn't appreciate your contributions, or you've been the steadfast anchor, holding everything together in your relationships, or you've been sacrificing your own legitimate needs to tirelessly help everyone else. And through it all, it has likely felt utterly thankless, hasn't it? You've probably wondered, where's the reward? Where's the recognition for all this? The reason you haven't seen the payoff yet is that Capricorn energy doesn't operate on the principle of instant gratification. Instead, it thrives on cumulative effort. It's not about one grand gesture you made yesterday. It's about what you've been consistently building and doing over a significant period of time. And today, the universe is finally tallying up that cumulative score. If you've been operating with unwavering integrity, if you've been diligently doing the work even when no one was observing, if you've been patient, disciplined, and deeply committed, today is your well-deserved payday. And I'm not referring to some vague, ephemeral good vibes. I'm talking about real, tangible, structural rewards, legitimate job offers, significant promotions, undeniable financial breakthroughs, and life-altering opportunities that will completely shift your trajectory. However, there's a crucial flip side to this, and it's incredibly important to grasp. If you've been cutting corners, if you've been subtly manipulating situations, if you've constructed your success on inherently shaky foundations, today is the day when those unstable foundations are destined to crumble. The universe is settling that score as well. Understand that this isn't an act of punishment. It's simply a necessary correction. It's reality, inexorably catching up. And honestly, I believe most of us fall somewhere in the middle spectrum. We've done some things commendably right, and some things perhaps less so. Today is fundamentally about achieving absolute clarity on what firmly stays and what unequivocally goes. The moon is strongly urging you to release, but I recognize that not everyone will be ready to heed that call. So, let me elucidate precisely what a last quarter moon actually does. Because I believe this is where many individuals miss its profound, deeper meaning. The last quarter moon is the lunar phase directly preceding the new moon. It signifies the culmination and ending of a cycle, and astrologically, it's entirely centered around release, attaining closure, and letting go of what simply hasn't worked or served you. Crucially, a last quarter moon is defined by a square aspect. The moon is literally at a 90-degree angle to the sun, generating this intense friction and dynamic tension. It relentlessly forces you to make a definitive decision. It absolutely will not allow you to remain in limbo. You either consciously release what is dead and no longer serves you, or you inevitably drag it forward into the next cycle with you. And trust me when I say, that latter option is infinitely harder. When this powerful aspect occurs in Capricorn, the sign intrinsically linked to structure, responsibility, and material reality, the act of release becomes profoundly practical and incredibly real. It's not about releasing emotional baggage in some abstract, ethereal way. It's about concretely ending that unfulfilling job, actually walking away from that toxic relationship, or truly stopping that detrimental habit. Does that make perfect sense? And here's what I've been personally observing. Not everyone is truly ready to let go. Some individuals are so deeply attached to their old identity, their familiar narrative, their ingrained struggles, that they will fiercely fight to cling to them, even when the universe is literally extending an obvious exit door. If that description resonates with you, I genuinely want you to hear this with profound clarity. Holding on today is going to inflict far more pain than the act of letting go. The energy of this Capricorn moon is utterly uncompromising. It is not going to coddle you or allow you to gently ease into the transition. It will forcefully bring the issue to a head. And if you are still desperately clinging to something that is clearly past its expiration, the universe is going to pry your fingers open, whether you like it or not. I've personally experienced this during past Saturn transits, and I can tell you from first-hand experience, it is exponentially less painful when you choose to release voluntarily. The relay race. Why your payback is cumulative. Okay, this particular insight is truly fascinating to me. Every single degree of the zodiac possesses what's known as a Sabian symbol. These are like tiny, evocative stories or archetypal images that unveil the deeper, esoteric meaning of that specific degree. And today, the Capricorn moon precisely lands at a degree whose symbol is a relay race. When I first encountered that, I experienced this monumental aha moment. Because a relay race, fundamentally, isn't about individual glory or singular achievement. It's intrinsically about a team effort. It's about the precise passing of the baton. It's about building directly upon what has come before. And I believe that's precisely what today's cosmic payback is all about. The universe isn't rewarding you for one brilliant, isolated moment or a single stroke of luck. It is rewarding you for your sustained effort, for showing up consistently, for diligently building upon the foundations that were laid before you, whether that was by past versions of yourself, by your ancestors, by your mentors, or by any other guiding influence. The potent symbol of the relay race emphatically tells you that you are not starting from scratch today. You are quite literally picking up the baton that has been passed to you, and now it is unequivocally your turn to run. And if you've been training rigorously, if you've been diligently preparing, if you've been truly ready for this moment, today you are going to feel that baton settle firmly and undeniably into your hand. You are poised to step into a significant role or a powerful opportunity that has been building and moving toward you this entire time. And here's what I truly want you to grasp. This is not some random stroke of luck. This is the culmination of cumulative karma. Everything you have diligently done up until this very point has been meticulously preparing you for what is now arriving. And today, the universe is looking at you, saying, "You're ready. Here's your moment." However, it's important to note that not everyone is going to experience this phenomenon in precisely the same way. Some astrological signs are positioned significantly better than others to truly catch this massive wave of karmic payback. And candidly, 3 signs, in particular, are about to experience monumental wins. If you happen to be one of these 3 signs, today is truly your day. All right, so I'm now going to meticulously break down the 3 specific signs that are most powerfully aligned with today's potent Capricorn moon. And if you identify as one of these signs, or if you have strong planetary placements in these signs, I genuinely believe you are on the cusp of experiencing a major transformative breakthrough. First, Capricorn. If you are a Capricorn sun, moon, or rising, today is unequivocally your day. This is, quite literally, your moon. It's happening right in your sign, likely activating your first house of identity and self. And what that profoundly means is that the universe is settling scores directly with you. I believe Capricorns have been patiently waiting for this precise moment longer than anyone else. You've been steadfastly climbing that challenging mountain for years. You've been diligently doing the hard work while everyone else was seemingly reveling. You've been responsible, disciplined, exceptionally patient, and honestly, you've probably felt consistently overlooked, deeply underappreciated, as if you were working twice as hard for half the recognition. Today, that narrative fundamentally changes. The karmic payback for Capricorn is structural and deeply foundational. It's not just a casual pat on the back, it's a well-deserved promotion. It's a major, impactful financial breakthrough. It's your name being spoken with reverence in rooms you weren't even physically present in. It's significant opportunities landing directly in your lap that will completely shift your life's trajectory. And if you've been feeling like you're precisely on the verge of something truly immense, you are absolutely correct. The universe is crowning you today. It is unequivocally saying, 1. You've proven yourself. You've earned this. Now, step fully into the authority you've been meticulously preparing for. And I truly hope you are ready, because this is your undeniable moment to claim it. Second, Aries. If you are an Aries sun, moon, or rising, you are experiencing something equally powerful, yet in a totally distinct and fiery way. With Mars making its dynamic entrance into your sign today, and the Sun already blazing powerfully through Aries, you currently possess an insane concentration of raw fire energy. And the Capricorn Moon today perfectly lands in your 10th house, which governs career, public image, and your lasting legacy. Here's what I believe is profoundly happening for Aries. You have likely been held back, perhaps by fear, perhaps by challenging circumstances, perhaps by individuals who simply didn't believe in your vision. But that era is definitively over. Today, the universe is symbolically handing you the keys and saying, go. Launch the thing. Make the bold move. Take the calculated risk. The karmic payback for Aries is the profound restoration of your autonomy. It is the universe actively removing the very obstacles that previously kept you playing small. And with all this revitalized Mars energy coursing through your entire chart, you now possess the absolute fuel to actually do something significant about it. You're not just passively thinking about change anymore, you are actively executing it. And honestly, I think some of you are going to genuinely shock yourselves with just how bold and decisive you're willing to be. If you've been patiently waiting for a clear sign to go all in on your deepest vision, this is unequivocally it. The universe is settling the score by getting out of your way and finally letting you run free. Third, Taurus. And finally, Taurus. If you are a Taurus sun, moon, or rising, you are arguably the quieter winner of this powerful transit. Yet your payoff might just be the most stable and enduring of all. The Capricorn Moon forms a deeply supportive trine aspect to your Taurus placements. This represents harmonious earth energy, grounded, solid, and utterly unshakable. And right now, Venus, your ruling planet, is gracefully moving through your sign, enhancing your natural magnetism and inviting abundance into your sphere. Crucially, on April 13th, Venus will form a powerful connection with Jupiter in one of the luckiest financial aspects of the entire year. Here's what I believe the universe is doing specifically for Taurus. You have endured immense chaos. For the past 7 years, Uranus has been systematically shaking up your entire life, relentlessly forcing you to rebuild from scratch over and over again. And you are, understandably, exhausted, aren't you? You simply crave stability. You desperately want to feel secure once more. Today officially marks the beginning of that payback. The karmic settlement for Taurus is the tangible materialization of the stability you've been so valiantly fighting for. Expect financial windfalls, the establishment of solid foundations, and a profound sense of security that cannot be easily stripped away. You are no longer merely surviving, you are now poised for true thriving. And honestly, after everything you've steadfastly navigated, you deserve this more than anyone. what everyone else needs to know about today. Now, even if you don't happen to be one of those three specific signs, today still holds immense significance for you. This Capricorn Moon is fundamentally about collective accountability. It's about the universe ensuring that everyone is actively moving along their right path. If you've been procrastinating on a major decision, today's energy is going to powerfully force your hand. If you've been tolerating a situation that's clearly draining your energy and spirit, today is going to render it unbearable until you finally choose to leave. If you've been waiting for the perfect moment to initiate a significant change, today is going to unequivocally reveal to you that the perfect moment is, in fact, right now. And here's what I've been intimately noticing in my own life and in the lives of those around me. The energy has already begun to shift. You might have felt it this morning as Mars transitioned into Aries. Perhaps you awoke today with a sudden, crystal-clear understanding about something that had perplexed you for months. Maybe a situation that has been endlessly dragging on suddenly reached a definitive head. Perhaps you finally mustered the courage to have that crucial conversation you've been strategically avoiding. That, my friends, was merely the preview. Today is the main event. Here's what the payback actually looks like. I want to be absolutely clear about what settling scores genuinely means in practical, real-world terms. Because I think some people hear that phrase and immediately conjure images of something dramatic or overtly punitive. But that is emphatically not what this is. If you've been diligently doing the work, if you've been consistently showing up with unwavering integrity, if you've been patient, if you've been building something authentic and real, the payback will manifest as abundant opportunity. It will look like doors swinging open that were previously hermetically sealed. It will look like influential people noticing your dedicated work and offering you significantly bigger platforms. It will look like enduring financial stability where there was once struggle and scarcity. It will look like profound respect and well-deserved recognition where there was previously invisibility. However, if you've been consistently avoiding responsibility, if you've been habitually taking shortcuts, if you've been subtly manipulating situations, the payback will manifest as undeniable consequences. It will look like unstable foundations swiftly crumbling. It will look like relationships ending because they were built on deceptions or half-truths. It will look like significant opportunities mysteriously disappearing because you simply weren't truly prepared or ready for them. And honestly, for most of us, it's going to be a nuanced mix. There are undoubtedly areas where we've excelled, and the universe is going to generously reward that. And there are also areas where we've been slacking or engaging in self-sabotaging behaviors, and the universe is going to unequivocally call that out. Does that make perfect sense? The fundamental key is to be entirely willing to receive both the abundant rewards and the necessary corrections, because they are both inherently designed to guide you back onto your most authentic and aligned path. The pressure you've been feeling, it's about to break. I want to delve into something I've been personally experiencing this entire week, and I'm genuinely curious if you felt it too. There's been this intense, steadily building pressure, like something absolutely monumental is about to occur, but you just can't quite discern its precise form yet. It's a restless, almost palpable energy. It's been a little anxiety-inducing, akin to standing at the very summit of a roller coaster just moments before the exhilarating drop. And I believe the profound pressure is the powerful energy of today's moon intensely building. Because this is not a gentle, subtle transit, this is profoundly intense. The cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, are all inherently action-oriented. They are all about initiation, crisis points, and transformative breakthroughs. And when you have Mars in Aries fiercely squaring the moon in Capricorn, you have this unstoppable force confronting an seemingly immovable object. Something absolutely has to yield, and what gives way is the stagnation. What gives way is the endless waiting. What gives way is the paralyzing fear that has been keeping you frozen in place. Today, that intense pressure finally breaks. And for some of you, it's going to feel like an enormous wave of relief, like you can finally surge forward after being stuck in a perpetual standstill for so long. For others, it might feel overwhelmingly intense or even a little disorienting at first. But I truly believe that's simply the old structure definitively collapsing to meticulously make room for something far superior and more aligned. If you're feeling that undeniable pressure right now, simply know that it is not going to last. Today is the ultimate release point. And once you are safely on the other side of it, you are going to feel immeasurably lighter. This isn't just a moon phase, it's a turning point. Here's the ultimate truth I want you to understand about today. This Capricorn, last quarter, Moon is not occurring in isolated cosmic event. It is an integral chapter within a much larger, unfolding astrological narrative that spans the entire month of April. On April 1st, we experienced a potent, full moon in Libra. That moon was entirely focused on relationships, achieving balance, and karmic justice. It powerfully exposed where things were unfair, where you were giving excessively, where others were taking too much, where the scales were drastically unbalanced. Today is the direct follow-up. The Libra moon revealed the hard truths. The Capricorn moon is now executing the verdict. It takes those powerful revelations and transforms them into real-world consequences and tangible rewards. And then, on April 17th, we are gifted with a brand new moon in Aries. That, my friends, is your fresh start. That is your pristine, clean slate. That is when you get to intentionally plant new seeds in the fertile ground that is being diligently cleared by today's powerful release. So, today is not an ending. It is a pivotal transition point. It's the precise moment where you consciously let go of the old cycle so you can step into the new one completely unencumbered and free. And I believe that's so critically important to remember when you find yourself in the thick of it all. If something ends today, it is not a tragedy. It is a profound clearing. If something powerfully begins today, it is not random luck. It is well-earned momentum. Either way, you are being inexorably moved into your highest alignment. And honestly, I think that's exactly what all of us truly need right now. The universe is paying attention, and so should you. I want to conclude with this final thought because I truly believe it's the most important insight I can impart to you about today. The universe is unequivocally paying attention right now. It is diligently watching how you choose to respond to this intense energy. It is observing whether you boldly step up or timidly shrink back. It is watching whether you release gracefully or desperately cling. It is watching whether you confidently claim your reward or deflect it with self-doubt. And your response absolutely matters, because this is not the last major astrological transit you are ever going to experience. There are many more significant cosmic events on the horizon. The Aries new moon, Uranus entering Gemini later this month, all the eclipses and Saturn transits and Jupiter expansions still ahead. And the way you navigate today's powerful energies will profoundly set the tone for how you navigate all of those future events. If you meet today with genuine trust, with an open willingness to receive the good and consciously release the bad, you are unequivocally telling the universe that you are ready for more. You are ready for the next level. You are ready to embody the person who can confidently handle both the profound blessings and the inherent responsibility that comes with them. However, if you meet today with resistance, if you fight against the necessary changes, if you reject the opportunities that are being presented, if you desperately hold on to what is clearly meant to depart, you are signaling to the universe that you are not quite ready yet, and that, in itself, is perfectly okay. but it means that the very same lessons are going to keep persistently showing up in your life until you finally learn them. So, here's what I'm personally going to do today. I'm going to pay meticulous attention. I'm going to consciously notice what reveals itself. I'm going to be entirely willing to let go of what truly needs to go and courageously step into what is powerfully calling me forward. And I'm going to trust, with every fiber of my being, that whatever unfolds is precisely what needs to happen for my highest good. And I truly encourage you to embrace this same approach, because this is your moment. This is your payback. This is the universe balancing the scales profoundly in your favor, if you are genuinely willing to let it. All right, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for being here. Seriously, I deeply appreciate you taking the time to watch. If this message profoundly resonated with you and you'd love to see more content like this, hitting that subscribe button would genuinely mean the world to me. And please do me a favor and drop a comment below. I truly want to hear how today unfolds for you. Are you one of the 3 highlighted signs? Have you been intensely feeling this building energy? What are you planning to courageously release or powerfully claim? I personally read every single comment, and I absolutely love connecting with all of you. Take really good care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.